see, will I be alive?
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
This is the receiver turn running back, Cordero Patterson, looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Demetrius Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Thompson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They give it here to Thompson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
throwing on 2nd and 3. Minshew, and he completes it to Westbrook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
8-yard line.
On first down, Thompson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Hand off to Thompson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
By Kyle Fuller.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team, I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
And it brings up third down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Just like that.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
On the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Raquel Armstead, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 1.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
Their own 41-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
Allen Robinson now with the Bears, but he spent the first 4 of his NFL seasons in a Jaguar uniform. And you might remember he had the breakout year in 2016 where he had 80 catches for 1,400 yards and a league-leading 14 touchdown receptions. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First down, Chicago.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And the Bears first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Now Trubisky looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and now it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14, Jaguars 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And able to find Conley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
The tackle made by Robert.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Less than a yard.
On 4th down, Minshew. And Eifert has it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
2-yard line.
On 1st down, Thompson. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Trubisky to throw. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Minshew sets to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Thompson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Come on. You better bring it. Here we go, 50.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. For Jacksonville.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Trubisky. Now he's going to go deep down the left. And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
For the field goal, a 36-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Tackle made.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
31-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Minshew, 1st and 10. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Akeem Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
25-yard line.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now again, right side. It's Thompson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled
on any running play that's called. They're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken right on the 30. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And it gets us up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 9.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Patterson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Here's Minshew. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Pushing his way through. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10.
The 45-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And that is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The Bears on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is third and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll run on first down. Patterson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Bears 24, Jaguars 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 79 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run with Patterson. Cordero Patterson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of them.
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
A give. This is Montgomery. The tackle made by Calebon Chason. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1970.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Chicago, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.